Welcome to Human versus AI. With AI making news every day, taking over manual labour, and doling out diagnoses with more precision than doctors, machines are already stiff competition for man. Soon, we are told, they will have consciousness, humour, and emotion up their steel-clad sleeve. Written by me, Michael Parker, a fallible human without AI augmentation, but with the help of robotics engineering student Delilah Haig, Human versus AI explores in essay form the human traits we thought were ours alone. In this episode, we look at learning. It was Cicero who said, "Learning is a kind of natural food for the mind." So, how did it all start? Thousands of years ago, around the time they started standing upright, humans learnt from interpreting experiences and from watching. As grunts became words, we learnt by listening. Then, with the big leap of literacy and language, we learnt from being taught, from reading early forms of writing on clay tablets, parchment scrolls, leading to printed books. And as Confucius reminded us, you cannot open a book without learning something. Today the internet holds more human knowledge, 1 billion times more, than was available to the infinitely learned Aristotle. This vast reservoir of data is an ideal feast for the legion of artificially intelligent programs that are automating and enhancing more and more of our everyday lives. We have so much information, we hardly know what to do with it all. But the introduction of machine learning has enabled key discoveries and valuable insights that are transforming society. It was as far back as 1959 that Arthur Samuel, the father of machine learning, defined it as the field of study that gives computers the ability to learn without being explicitly programmed. To behave in a way which, if done by human beings or animals, would be described as involving the process of learning. Early computers were not good at learning. They relied on someone programming them for their performance. It's different now. Around 25 years ago, machines learnt to learn. They started out in narrowly defined areas, learning by watching, by reading, by listening, and they did so at superhuman speed. It was Julius Caesar who said, "Experience is the teacher of all things." And now, AI are starting to learn from experience, learning to learn like us. But the experience is different. They can pick up patterns and rules that we would never dream of, teaching us more about the world around us in the process. And they're only going to get more advanced as time goes on. The defeat of the world's greatest chess player by Deep Blue was early evidence of this. The win led to a $1 billion increase in IBM's share price. For Garry Kasparov, after initial disbelief, it led to recognition that humans could benefit from the advances. In his book, Deep Thinking, he illustrates this when discussing language translation. The basic concept is that you don't give the machine a bunch of rules to follow the way you might try to learn a second language by memorizing grammar and conjugation rules. Instead of telling it a process, you provide it with lots of examples of that process and let the machine figure out the rules, so to speak. He was confirming Isaac Asimov's view. Self-education is, I firmly believe, the only kind of education there is. No one could imagine that solving such a human problem like language could be a matter of scale and speed. As one Google Translate engineer put it, when you go from 10,000 training examples to 10 billion training examples, it all starts to work. Data trumps everything. Now breakthroughs are being made that enable machines to learn context, previously an impossible task for the hard-coded programs that struggled with complex sentences. For years now, via AI-powered platforms such as Duolingo, we have been the ones learning language from them. And now, with omnipresent GPT, writing itself is no longer something humans need to learn. All we have to do is ask Alexa. If he was writing today, William Shakespeare's famous "Oh, this learning, what a thing it is," would read, "Oh, this learning, what a thing it was." Thanks for listening. In all, there are 14 episodes available, each covering a human trait now being usurped by AI. Human versus AI. How will it end up?